What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. I am shocked at some of the comments that I am getting on this content that we're doing on the 30-day challenge. And one of the comments and one of the private messages I got was asking me, do I work full-time at the church? Am I part-time? Do they contract me out? What is my actual job? What do I do? So I figured, why not take this video and explain to you actually what I do. So I started going to the church that I'm at now in 1997. I was a freshman in high school. Someone invited me, one of my friends, and I went, and my life totally changed. So I was gonna go to LSU. I live about 2 hours from Baton Rouge, and so I was gonna go to LSU, and I went over there with some of my friends, and we were looking at apartments and got deposits ready. But then something happened while we were eating in Baton Rouge. Something was like, man, this ain't right. So on the way back, I decided to tell them I was not gonna go to LSU. I was actually gonna stay local and go to McNeese State University. And so that's where I went to college. In 2003, I became the assistant youth pastor part-time. They paid me part-time to go and to be the assistant youth pastor. And then in 2004, I became the full-time youth pastor at my church. And I was still in college. I graduated the next year in 2005 with a bachelor's degree in mass communication with a concentration in public relations. So I was youth pastor for 12 years, and then I became the creative pastor, which I had a hard time with that one, to be honest with you. It's like, I as a guy who spent 12 years ministering and caring about the people, now all of a sudden I cared about the content. And so I struggled for a while in there, and then I became the executive pastor a little over a year ago, which what I do is I oversee all the ministry at the church. I make sure that the vision of the church is actually what we're producing and equipping people with. And I oversee the staff with evaluations, make sure everybody's doing what we're expecting them to do, teach and train. And I'm also a pioneer at heart. If you know anything about the church world and church responsibilities and personality tests, I am a pioneer, which means I always like to start new things, and I'm always in the crow's nest, like got my hand up, like looking for new areas that we can grow in, that I can actually grow in personally, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this. And I do that for the church as well. And so my job is pretty wide open. I'm off on Fridays, but we know that working at a church, you're really never off. I don't get paid by the hour. And so you're really never off. But Fridays turns into where I film and edit wedding type stuff and other commercial projects. I started my video business, if you want to call it that, in 2008 by filming some local campaign commercials, which, oh my gosh, that was a fake it till you make it type of situation. I had no idea what I was doing, but yet I talked a big game and people trusted me. And because of this local campaign I did, it actually allowed me to film some weddings the next couple of years that brought pretty much a bunch of success to my business in 2010 and 2011 because of those campaign commercials. So never underestimate the power, never underestimate the start of your business and where it could lead. Even doing videos, you never know who's watching and what it could lead to. And so by people watching my highlight films, for my weddings, just the other day, I got a really good deal with a local company here, basically producing a once a month content for them. And so you never know what this type of stuff produces. And so it is Friday. I have to go to the church today. I was not pleased with the video that I did last night introducing the podcast. This is not one of those podcast episodes. We're gonna wait till next week whenever I film. But I was not pleased with that video. I didn't like the way my beard look. I know that sounds so vain, but it was kind of scruffy, so I trimmed it this morning. I didn't like the way my clothes fit. You know, Shakespeare says this, "For the apparel often proclaims the man." Yes, I'm quoting Shakespeare on my video, but I just didn't like the way I look. I didn't like the cadence of the way I spoke. I didn't like the color. Filming by yourself sometimes is hard. And so I have somebody coming up who I'll introduce you to in a little bit. We're gonna film this again, actually edit it, put it in the podcast, put it into the announcement video and upload all that stuff to our church production computer. So it's reshoot time. I'm grabbing some stuff, grabbing my kids, heading to the office. I just got to the church. I'm unpacking, doing some stuff. I just went in and dropped one bag, but I need to introduce you to the person who's helping me. She's actually about to be on a phone call because she's helping me with a video shoot on Tuesday. And so she is making that call, but I'll introduce you. That's Leslie. So she's talking to the person who we're gonna be interviewing, making sure, again, preparing ourselves for what actually is going to take place. Just to let you know, this thing is heavy. I am vlogging today with a 24 to 70 G Master 2.8, and this thing is heavy. And I got a small HD monitor and a mic. Do a dance. A couple people ask me about that flex light I'm using. So this is actually a Linkstar RX 11TD. It is, so I was gonna get a more expensive one, but for what I do with it, I actually am probably gonna be getting an Aperture 120D, but for what I'm doing with this, for, you know, lighting myself or lighting a testimonial video, or you know, even popping light at a car dealership for a commercial. This light is really good for the price. I think it was like in the 200s. It wasn't over $3, but this is a really good light, really portable. It can be really bright. It can go from 3,000 to 6,000 Kelvin, something like that. I don't know, I don't have the specs. And then like whenever I film myself in my room, like in my office, at my house, this thing is on like 2%. This thing gets extremely bright. And so this is what I'm using for a fill light, if you were wondering. Really good. And then it also has a V-mount battery, so if you don't have plugins, put a V-mount on there. It's already locked in there. Look at that, it's already locked in there. Really cool stuff. So that's my light. We just got through filming the backup. I'm gonna be completely real with you about why we refilmed it. I felt like the color was off, and also I just look frumpy. I had that sweater on all day and it kind of did not fit me right, and so I wanted to change and do this. And plus, having Leslie here, who's actually recording me now, to watch the camera, it just turned out a whole lot better. But I do want to show you this. So this is what the teleprompter I'm using. Again, I like organic, natural, but sometimes you gotta have the right script, and so I knew exactly what I want to say, so I put in a teleprompter. This actually follows my voice, so you don't have to scroll. And I did choose not to use a boom mic for this because our buildings, even with our acoustic panels, it still echoes. And so I used a Rode Link wireless system that I got on, and then right here, and then Leslie was able to monitor the audio, and we did film with the C300 Mark II. Don't let not having a C300 Mark II stop you from creating videos. You could have filmed this with an iPhone, you could have filmed this with a Canon G7X, you could have filmed it with a Sony a7 III, or whatever camera you have, you could have filmed this. So don't let, just because you don't have a 4K beast of a camera. Next week I'll probably talk about why I use the Canon C300 Mark II for what we do, but also this hair light. Let's talk about this hair light real quick, because Leslie was actually asking about this. This hair light really pulls me out of the background, and so we're gonna jump to the Mark II and film so you can actually see what it's like. So this is the C300 Mark II. I know I have some shadows. I wanted it not to be perfect lighting, so I have one fill light here that's lighting this side of my face. I chose not to do a bounce card or anything like that because I just didn't want to set it up, to be honest, and I really didn't need it. The most important light to me in this one is this hair light, this torch LED. And the reason why is because this is what it looks like right here. Separates me from the background a little. And now I'm gonna turn it off. So this is it without it. Does it look okay? Does it look okay for a church video to show on Sunday morning to people who are actually here and for it to never go online? Absolutely, it looks fine. But why not use the best equipment possible that we have to do it? So take a little time, get the lighting set up right. Lighting is probably, I think audio is number one, lighting is number two. You can get away with bad video codec and not have to have the 12-bit or the 10-bit 422 codecs or 444. You can get away with 420 8-bit, but spend some money on the right lights. Like I said, that Link Star light was $200 and something. Buy the right light for the job. That way you're lit perfectly, because lighting will make your camera pop and boom. Right now, Leslie is actually editing what we just shot, and I noticed something that I'm going to do to her car as a joke, me and Briggs. Briggs, what you gonna do? All right, he doesn't know what we're doing yet. All right, so someone came to the church yesterday and they dropped off a bunch of like Jesus license plates, like stuff I wouldn't put on my car. So we're actually gonna take it and put it on the front of her car, and she'll never know. So let's do it. So I guess this is what you get for helping me at church. You get a Jesus license plate. Oh my gosh, that is perfect. It says, our hearts belong to Jesus. Now with every cool Jesus license plate, you know what it needs? 120 frame B-roll. So what Leslie's doing right now, she's, since we shot 4K, she's actually, let me adjust this. We shot 4K, she's able to zoom in and out of the edit to make sure that it's exactly what we want to be seen. And because again, it's kind of a long video when you just have a long dialogue, like what we have vlog style, sometimes it doesn't look good. And so what we do with 4K, the reason why we film in 4K, even though we don't deliver in 4K, is so we can scale in, because you know, shooting 4K you can go like 180% and have it look good. And so we or 200% or whatever it is. So we zoom in so we can make different cuts, and then we move the talent along the side. So that's what she's doing right now. That's gonna be it for right now. So she's gonna finish doing this edit right now, and we'll look at it, then we'll put it into the announcement video, upload that onto Dropbox so we can put it onto our production computers for Sunday morning, which is 2 days from now. And so, you know what I think I should do? I think I should do an interview with Leslie next week. What you think?
I'm down.
Okay, we'll do an interview with Leslie, because she's been, how long have you been helping me do this? 6 weeks, 7 weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah, so we'll tell more about her story next week. So see you later. I don't like that. That's so dumb. Why'd I do that? Yeah, see you later. It's like, have you ever seen Dazed and Confused?
Who?
Dazed and Confused?
No.
We can't be friends. There's a
Okay, bye.
yeah, see you later. No, he says, catch you later, man. Catch you, okay, whatever, all right.
So I went to the car wash, and I went to go clean the bugs off of the front of my car with those big brushes that they have. And as I get to the front of my car, I find this. This was on the front of my car, and I didn't put it there. And I have no idea where it came from. I have no idea. I've asked my family. I thought surely my older brother decided to play a really fun trick on me. And I'm like, he got me so good. Wasn't him. He even said that it's so something I would do. And he didn't do it. So if you know anyone who is going around putting these signs on the front of people's car, please tell them they got me. They got me good. And also let me know who it is, just so I can laugh with them, because what the heck? What the heck? Just so funny.